feeling about this transition?
It's bittersweet to relinquish command of Marine Corps Air Station New River. It's been one of the best experiences in my career, and the local community here, Jacksonville, Onslow County, and all of the business leaders and community leaders and retired government and military who have stayed in the area really make this a treasure. I think New River is the best kept secret in the Marine Corps in Eastern North Carolina, and we have the best relationship with the local community, so it's tough to leave that. But the best part about leaving it, though, is I know I'm leaving on a good note, and the command is doing really well, and I'm excited to see what Colonel Farrington is going to do to continue the great relationship and also to improve things on New River. And the best part about it, though, is I get to move across to the other side of the river to Camp Lejeune and work in Marine Corps Installations East and continue serving, and also to continue being part of the community here and support from afar.
Absolutely.
What did it mean to you to see so many people here today? And obviously a lot of people want to talk to you, and just what does it mean to see that support?
It's humbling and a little bit overwhelming, and I feel like it's a privilege to have a job like being the commanding officer here, because you're a steward of a great installation with an amazing history. And it's a testament to the work of everybody here and how tight the community is and how good relationships are that so many people came out. There's a lot of things that people could be doing today, and to share their time with us is pretty significant and really is humbling, and we're grateful for it.
How does it feel for your service to be recognized by the President today?
It's pretty awesome. I didn't do anything in that award, I'll be honest. All I had to do was provide some intent and let the Marines and sailors and civilians on our staff do the great things they've always been doing. Awards are never for the individual who receives them. It's the culmination of a lot of work of a lot of people, and it takes a village to do anything, and that's especially true to have success at an air station. I was just blessed with very good timing, and to be able to be recognized by the President is really awesome. It just goes to show the strategic and impact you can have, not just to the people in your command and the local community, but how much it means to have installations and bases that do what the Marines do. So I'm thankful for it.
Some of the numbers they brought out were incredible, and that just kind of goes to show your service to this base. What does it mean to kind of hear those numbers back again? Does it bring up any memories?
It doesn't seem real when you just say the numbers. It's almost, it kind of minimizes a little to say it's just one number, but every one of those numbers is an individual event, a takeoff, a landing, an aircraft approach, and there's so many hours and so much work that goes into it, not just for the Marines who are guiding the aircraft in on an instrument approach, or the Marines who are taxiing them in back into the line, but also to the Marines who work on the flight line, who turn the wrenches and safe the aircraft and get the pilots ready and do the meteorology thing and the flight planning. So there's so much that goes into each one of those individual numbers. When you say them all together, it doesn't say enough about how amazing it is every time one of the aircraft takes off from hands, and what they do here in the local area and across the country.
What are you going to miss the most about being in this role?
It's a family. Nobody comes here because they come to a job. Everybody comes here because it's small enough that we can be a family, and we're a tight-knit community, and you know everybody else's name, and everybody smiles. There's people who seek out job after job here that aren't specifically in their specialty, but because they're coming to one of the best places in Eastern North Carolina and Marine Corps to work, and that's what I'm going to miss. I never worked a day of the 3 years here because I came into something that I love doing. I'm going to miss that.
Out of your entire time in your position, was there one thing that you've done that really stuck out to you even today?
Getting the new CDC open. We have a continual shortage of childcare providers on base, and especially following in COVID, when there were so many closures out in town of facilities, and there are a lot of complicating factors. So federal funding that ran out, changes to minimum wage for employees, and most areas and bases are in a position where they have a shortage of staff. New River and Camp Lejeune are almost opposite, and we have people who are willing to do the jobs, and a lot of people in child care is a calling, and we have a lot of people who want to do that and know that's their calling in life. We just didn't have the buildings to do it. So the fact that we had a building that was right out in front of my office that was designed to be a CDC and wasn't open for child care, and we had an ability to spend really less than 5% of the money we would on a new facility to renovate one and make it something where 82 children can come in and have on-base childcare every day. That's huge, not just for our families on base, but also to relieve some of that burden and congestion for the people who need childcare out in town, which is just as tough. So that's probably the thing that I'm most proud of and thankful for that we got across the line is the ability to open that childcare facility and provide care for 82 more kids.
I don't have anything else.
Thanks for taking the time. When you think about the rapid change in doctrine, Ukraine, all that's happening technologically with autonomy and AI, and you look at the ranges that we have in our installations, you know, that were first put in 80 years ago, what do you spend time, or the higher leadership, thinking about how do we reconfigure our installations to keep up with the changes in doctrine?
Absolutely, it's a constant assessment at the installation level. Really, what we do is we relieve a lot of the burden from the Fleet Marine forces, so they can fight and win our wars. In order to do that, we manage all of the ranges, we manage all of the essential services and the installation structure, and we're constantly assessing whether or not what we have is what's right for what the Fleet Marine forces need. One of the amazing things about Lejeune and New River and the eastern coast of North Carolina is we have the premier training areas on the East Coast. Our Maritime Center of Excellence is the only place we can do full combined air-to-ground operations as a MAGTF to include naval surface fires. Only place on the East Coast where we can conduct naval surface fires. So what we have here, whether we knew it or not, and I'm sure there was some very intelligent design when all of this was created, when Camp Lejeune was established, but the ranges and the training areas here meet 90% of what we need, regardless of what the Marine Corps' doctrine looks like, just because of the amazing things we're able to do here. But the small things we have to do to refine that comes easy because we have people who are honestly come into work every day and say, oh, is what we're doing correct? Is what we're doing what the MEF needs? And how can we make it better? How can we do more so that they don't have to worry about it and they can go train and use our base as a launching pad to go out and do the nation's call?
The only time you got emotional during your speech is when you said thank you to your family. What does this moment mean for not only for you, but to your family as well?
It's tough. So family, everybody says that children are resilient. It's because they have to be. They don't have a choice. We do a lot for our children, and I think they are very resilient, but it's because it's a learned survival factor. And there's a lot of people also say spouses know what they're getting into when they marry a Marine or a service member, and I'll tell you that I didn't know what I was getting into as a service member. There's no way my spouse could have known it. And my wife has definitely she's got the hardest job in our relationship, harder than any job I'll ever have, to be able to not just be a wife and a mother, but to be able to do that and balance and do all the things that service members in general, and me specifically, I know that I wasn't able to do because of my job. So to have the latitude and to have a family that's that loving and really that dedicated and cares enough and can pick up that slack, that's huge. And I'll never be able to repay that.